All right, without much talking, because I've looked back on some of my videos and I was like, damn, why am I procrastinating so much? So let's just get straight to the point, okay? So how's MGK feeling about this whole beef situation with Eminem? He's actually excited about it, y'all. Like he's happy. He's actually been celebrating about it. Like I also feel like right now he is also having some career boosts as far as opportunities. He's getting more money. He is getting more stream. His streaming value has increased, and he's actually having a real good time right now. He's ready to go toe to toe. Like he's prepared. Like this is actually kind of his whole thing is. I think he wants his family and people to be off limits. He doesn't want anything to result in harming his family, and he's basically wanting to stand on his own 2 feet in this situation. You know, yeah, he's getting some money. MGK is getting some money. Also, I feel like he might need to save his money too. Money's good, and I feel like he's seeing a lot of money that he hasn't seen in a while. Even though he still was making money going on tour, and he still has a fan base and stuff like that, he still releases music. But I feel like this has increased his revenue, and be honest with y'all, he's actually ready to fight. Like he really does. He's ready to fight and do what he got to do. And I do feel like he's celebrating a little too much. Um, I do feel like he is kind of chartering and what's that saying go? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm so horrible. Um, he's just kind of going in a place right now that might not be, so much of a good thing. I feel like this celebratory thing is gonna be temporary. Uh, yeah, he's getting a lot. You know what? I feel like from this reading, y'all, and this card shows his arrogance. He is very arrogant, very arrogant. But from this reading, it's telling me that MGK needs to be focused. He needs to be focused, okay? He needs to focus. He needs to focus on the art at hand. I feel like he's kind of celebrating and worried about other things too fast, and I feel like he's doing it because he's trying to come off as being unbothered. He doesn't want Eminem to stress him mentally too much. So he's kind of focusing on other things right now. He's like, if Eminem gets a response, then I'll be ready. But until then, I'm gonna hang out and you know, just catch these bags that's coming my way and catch these opportunities while they're being given to me. So that's what I see going on. Yes, like I say, I see someone just offering him opportunities. This could be a producer, this could be his manager, this could be someone making negotiations for him, but his management and people are going to overdrive right now trying to get him opportunities, trying to seal deals for him, you see? So that's basically what they're doing. And this magician card tells me that negotiations are being made on MJ Keller's behalf. Like he's in talks with people and things like that. So um definitely start saving your money because even though I'm getting a lot of good cards for you, I'm getting a lot of cups and things like that. Um, I do feel like he's using this beef in a way to catch his bag, basically. And that's what MGK is worried about. He's worried about catching his bag. And in hip hop, you it's good to do. I feel like that's the reason why he did this, and that's the reason why he was popping the champagne bottle while playing Eminem's music in the background, because he saw this as an opportunity for him to make more money from. So I'm also kind of feeling the energy of MGK really don't give a fuck if he wins this battle or not. He is basically securing his bags as they're coming. He's securing the opportunities that's coming from this whole situation. And ultimately, this might be his downfall. I feel like because he's not keeping his eye on the prize right now, and what he should be trying to perfect his bars and should be trying to solidify himself as a stand up against Eminem. But as you can see from all these cards, he's too worried about the blessings that are coming from it. And he's having a good time right now. He hasn't been on the top of people's mouths, and hasn't been making mainstream media, like this, you know, probably shit since he came out. Shit, to be honest. Sorry, y'all. Sometimes I'm horrible at explaining stuff, but anyway, yeah. So unfortunately, because it feels to me, and I'm not being biased doing this reading, it feels to me like because he's worried about the wrong things right now, it's gonna kind of backfire. And unfortunately, in the music industry, it's like when you're on top of your game, like when you're on top of everybody's mouth, when you're in everybody's mouths, you're doing all of this stuff, and you're having famous beefs with people, that can kind of push you out there. But the double-edged sword thing about this situation is, if somebody eats you alive in a beef, okay, all those opportunities that's being given to you are gonna stop coming in. That money that you were seeing is gonna, your value is gonna decrease. Okay, so unfortunately, that's probably what's gonna happen. And once that happens, I feel like MGK is gonna piss him off. Like, it's gonna piss him off. He's there's gonna be some things that he's just going to be so devastated about, and it could be, you know, him finding out people that's been in his camp or people that he's known have kind of stabbed him in the back. But it's gonna be a lot of things that are going to come to head, and I just hope that he can be strong. But he can work to rebuild himself. I mean, this shows that he's a fighter. So I feel like no matter what happens in this beef, um, I feel like Machine Gun Kelly, either way, I don't feel like he's going to go down as someone who's just, you know, did the stupidest thing in his career. But I do feel like he's going to get a newfound form of like respect. Like, he's always going to be respected as that dude that came up against Eminem, no matter what happens. So, do I see everything being completely stripped away from MGK regarding things that could happen? Not completely. I mean, I still see him having somewhat of a successful career because people are still going to respect him. I still see him getting his bag. I still see him being able to do things, you know. So, anyway, thank y'all so much, and subscribe, like, and share.